What's up, guys? My name is Richard, the Mattress Pro, the #1 sales trainer on YouTube for mattresses specifically. So our last video, we were talking about like appearance, attitude before the sale, but now we're gonna think about like what the customer's actually thinking before they even come in. Like, who is your customer? We have to figure that out. So a lot of people, just keep this in mind, when people come into your store, they probably have no idea about mattresses. Think about this. Even if you're new in the business, say you've been in the business for 6 months, a year, maybe you're spending 40 hours a week in a mattress store. Think about that, 40 hours a week in a mattress store. That's, say if you've been there for 6 months, 40 hours a week. I love my old school calculator, but 40 hours a week, and say you've been there for 6 months, it's about 24 weeks. That's 960 hours of mattress experience that you have over this customer. Now, think about this. An average person, how many times do they shop for a mattress in their lifetime? 2, 3 times, 4 times, 5 times maybe? You get a mattress, what, once every 8 to 10 years? So maybe this person just shopping for a mattress has about 5 hours of experience, maybe 6 hours in their entire life. You have 960 if you've only been doing it half a year. You are an expert. 960 divided by 5, that's 192 more times experience that you have than that customer shopping for a mattress. They don't know what to expect. They have no idea. A lot of people don't like working with pushy salespeople, and they think they're going to come into a situation where they're, getting pushed or they're getting information because they have no idea. They've never shopped for a mattress before. Maybe they spent 5 hours in a mattress. Maybe they bought 3 mattresses. They have no idea. So you have to put your customers at ease. Let them know that you're the professional, but that's what they're expecting. They're like, oh, I'm going to go into the store. I don't know if I'm even going to buy anything. I don't know if I'm going to get pressured by some sales guy because I hate that. Like, you don't know what they're thinking. So again, that goes to having a great attitude, be a professional, and show them exactly what they need, because they do not know. They need you to help them find what they need, but they need to be able to trust you. They need to be able to know that you know what you're talking about. Grant Cardone says, if you don't have the KNOW, you're gonna get the no. So if you don't know your product, you gotta know what you're selling, and most importantly, you got to make the customer feel at ease. They have no idea what to expect, and a lot of people don't want to be in a mattress store. So make it fun and know your product. If you're not willing to learn about know what you're selling, like, stop selling mattresses, just give up. You got to know your products. You got to know what you're doing. And if you're watching this video, you probably want to learn more. But know your products, know what you're selling, know how to do it, and make that customer feel at ease. So how are you going to do that? How are you going to make that customer feel at ease and have them know you know what you're talking about? The way I approach mattress sales isn't like oh, try this one out, try this one out, try this one out. What do you like? No, you're going to prescribe the mattress to the customer. You're going to show them that you know what you're talking about without coming across like a know-it-all, and have them trust you. Think about it this way. When you go to a doctor and say you're sick, you have no idea what's wrong with you. You're coughing, you're sneezing, all this stuff, right? You think you have a cold, but you have no idea. Or maybe you have, I don't know, a sore throat, fever, whatever. You go to the doctor, they're gonna ask you a series of questions. They're not gonna ask you, well, what do you think you have? What is this? If you did, you would not trust that doctor at all. Like, it would be a problem. So you have to prescribe that mattress to the customer, and you're going to ask this a series of ways. Now, this is also going to do something else for you. When you show people you know what you're talking about and you can prescribe the mattress, you're going to immediately eliminate a bunch of objections later on in the sale. And getting to objections, like, people object when they're not, they don't feel like this is the right bet, or they don't feel comfortable doing business with you. But if you can prescribe it like a doctor, how many times do people go to a doctor, they get their diagnosis, and they're like, oh, I'm going to think about it. I'm going to shop around to other doctors. Now, if it's a serious diagnosis, I think you absolutely should. But when people are so certain, they're just like, well, what do I need? Like they're scared. They're like, how can you help me? You're obviously the person that can help me. What do I need to do? So you want to be in that position of authority, to be in a position where you can literally show people exactly what they need and they can trust you. Not in an ingenuous way, but I'm going to teach you how to actually know what that customer needs, how to prescribe that mattress, and how to make them feel comfortable. A lot of people would rather go to the dentist than a mattress store because they think that we don't know what we're talking about. They think you don't know what you're talking about. They think you're just out to get their money, and they don't care about you. So you have to show them that you know. So we're going to get into that, like how we're going to show them like what you know and how to be that expert in the business. But you got to know what you're selling. You got to know your products. You got to know the products online. You got to know all the online mattress brands. You got to know what your competitor sells, everything. And then you got to show them how you're better. So check out the next video, and we're going to talk about like the meet and greet and kind of the fun stuff behind it. But we covered mindset, we covered appearance, we covered how to like carry yourself, how to present yourself. One thing that we didn't touch on is like body language yet, but like don't keep your hands in your pockets. Again, relax, have fun. You're going to be nervous in the beginning if you're just getting into sales. If you've been doing this a long time, just have fun with it. Be a cool person. Be someone that someone wants to buy from. You know, so try to be green. Anyways, let's get on to the next video.